Today I was at Costco, and I'm usually never at Costco. The only time I will go is if I go with my mom, which literally was this time. I went with my mom. She wanted me to go. I helped her return some stuff. And I was walking down this aisle with my mom. It was the protein aisle. And actually, before I even get to that, you know how I just have to talk about this. You know how Costco, it's always like this whole ordeal when you go there where, oh, we're only going to look at some stuff. We're only going to buy a few things. And then you get to like the checkout and it's $350. It's just so funny to me how that's always what happens every single time. I get dragged into it. And oh no, it's just going to be a little short trip. No, you're there for an hour looking at everything. And it's like this whole like spectacle. It's an experience, the Costco experience. And I'm not really a Costco guy. I don't really love this. But I was there. I was there today. And we're walking down this protein aisle, right? And I'm looking around and I'm just seeing a lot of new protein items up in here. Like we got way more shakes than from companies I've never seen. We have like protein cookies. We have these hella protein bars. There's just protein everything, protein coffee, protein milkshakes. I'm like, what is going on? This is actually crazy. And I'm very glad, don't get me wrong, I'm going to say this before I go into anything. I'm really, really glad that protein is becoming popular, that people are learning that it is important, that it's getting into the mainstream, and companies are now kind of forced to focus on something that is actually good for people. But this does lead to some problems, right? It's a good thing that people are getting to this point and realizing these things. But one of the problems that it does lead to is that there are a lot of these companies that are just throwing out these protein, 30 grams of protein, 20 grams of protein in one drink, all these crazy looking options, right? For really good tasting shakes or cookies or chips. And to me, it's like a lot of them, it's like eating fried broccoli or any fried vegetable. It kind of defeats the purpose, right? You should just eat the broccoli, eat the actual vegetable, right? Get the good high quality protein powder. But instead, we're doing this whole backwards thing and like trying to make it this fun sort of experience. And I'm not totally against it. There's obviously good protein shakes out there, but I think for many of these companies, it's this money grab. It's this popularity, this trend that people are buying into, and not many of their products. A lot of their products aren't of the highest quality. I was looking at some of the ingredients on this protein shake, and it had sunflower oil in it. Like, why do we need sunflower oil in our 25-gram protein shake? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, but they are adding this stuff in there. Obviously, not all of them are bad. Some of them are probably good, but there's also a good amount of them. The more popular it gets, the more that are going to pop up that have low quality protein, low quality ingredients that aren't actually that good for you, even though they are sold to you as being a way to build muscle, as being a way to get more protein in and be healthier. This isn't even the main point I want to talk about here. There was something absolutely crazy that I saw. I mean, you can tell me if this is a problem or not, but I was with my mom. It's not like a huge problem, but it's just wild. I was with my mom and we're looking and we see this one protein drink, and it is literally protein water. Protein sparkling water. Like, it's gotten to a point of just we're putting protein in everything. We don't even care. It's just anything we have, we just put protein in, even water. Like the thing that's just supposed to be the refreshing, it's supposed to be water. Refreshing. Nothing else in it. H2O. That's it. But we're making it like some sparkling protein drink? I don't know. I feel like it's super excessive, and it's getting to this point where we're just trying to sell anything because it has protein in it. And I mean, I took pictures of this. This is why I'm making this video, because I saw this. I don't even know if you can see that. Hopefully it's in focus. But just these protein drinks that I saw at Costco, I'm not even saying they're bad. I don't know if they are. It's just wild. It's wild to see. And I'm actually glad that it's protein and not some other, bullshit where it's like, oh, it's low fat, it's low cholesterol, it's low whatever. Because that's what it always was in the past. And I'm glad it's onto something positive. But you have to be aware of trends. You have to be aware of sort of the crowd and the knowledge of like the general public, and you have to be ahead of it. This is what I mainly want to get at in this video. For your health, it is so imperative that you are ahead of the crowd. I think that many years ago, if you were to say, yeah, eat a lot of high quality protein meats, get a lot of protein in, oh yeah, saturated fat and like cholesterol and sodium, these aren't actually that big of a deal. It can be very healthy if you are eating from high quality sources. Those people would have been shunned and you would have been told you're completely wrong. What are you talking about? Are you an idiot? But now we're slowly getting to that point where the public is sort of getting to that, where the public knowledge is slowly starting to take on that opinion. Even though it's not fully there yet, I know. But you are sold a lot of propaganda and BS by companies and even by the government. And so you can't put your trust in these companies, even though right now we are at a good stage. We're looking better. They're putting protein in stuff, right? This is great. But you have to look out for what these companies are trying to sell you and trying to tell you is important or healthy. Because if you can be ahead of the crowd and know this is what I need to get more of, even though they're telling me that's not healthy, this is what I need to avoid, even though they're telling me it is healthy, you are going to be set up so much better than the average person. It is absolutely imperative that you get the knowledge that you need to make the right decisions, not based on what the government is telling you or what the companies are telling you. You need to have a lot of critical thinking when it comes to your health, because especially in America and the West, you are sold a lot of bullshit. So you can see in the past the trends and what's popular and what the general public believes. It was sodium is bad, saturated fat and like fats are bad, cholesterol is bad. And that wasn't entirely true. That wasn't even what was entirely supported by real evidence. It was just what was pushed by companies. So what you're seeing right now, even though it is definitely pretty much a good thing, we are starting to see a lot of like slop protein drinks and whatnot. And yeah, that's just how it's going to be when something gets popular. But you have to be careful when bad things get popular, when bad information is starting to get pushed out and everyone starts believing the wrong thing. You have to think for yourself and sort of think beyond what the general advice is, what the general doctor will tell you, what the government is telling you, or what companies are telling you, because your health relies on that. There are a lot of lies out here and they're going to try to make you buy certain things, buy into certain beliefs, but you have to stay strong in what the actual evidence points to and not what everyone else is believing or saying. That's really what I want to get at this video. The sparkling water, protein water was just so funny to me. It sparked that idea in my head to make this. And yeah, take your health really seriously. And even though we're having a better, I think, turnaround in terms of our public's perception and our ideas about health and what we believe, I think it's going in a positive direction right now. You still got to stay careful and really critically think for yourself. It's so important for your health and just your long-term health. That's what really matters at the end of the day, is you growing older and staying healthy and not getting sick. Because I know everyone wants that, but you have to be really careful if you actually want to achieve it and take care of your health and make the right decisions. Yeah, that's about it. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. And as always, never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.